3 years ago. 3 years ago since you're on the show, so it's so lovely to see you again and have a chat with you.
Yeah, we did Take Back, right?
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we
Yes,
did.
I do remember.
Oh, thank you. And Michael, obviously a pleasure to be able to chat with you as well. So it's great to see you both on screen. The Island. Well, let's have a chat about The Island, of course. I got to watch it a few weeks ago. Got to tell you, I really enjoyed watching it. It ticks lots of boxes for me. The action, of course. I love a revenge film. And again, I don't want to give anything away about what happens in the film. People have got to watch it and find out for themselves, of course.
Yes.
First of all, I'd love to know how both of you came to be in The Island. What was the process for both of you to be in this one?
Well, happy to say the producer, longtime producer and director, Philippe Martinez, he got the script written based on us. He basically wanted to do a movie with us, and he started doing his research and watched a bunch of interviews and called people who knew us.
He wanted to make sure we were good people. He didn't like working with people that weren't good people.
Yeah. But he crafted the script. We didn't know this at first.
Yeah.
At first, we just got a script. And we read it, and we were like,
these characters are so much like us.
Yeah,
it's kind of weird.
Yeah, I'm like, wow, this is like custom made. Who else would have done this? We're like this, but I was like, yeah. So by all means, yes, we would love to do this. And he let us know the genesis of it later, once we were already on board. But what a flattering thing, and what a flattering thing. And it was a beautiful experience.
Oh, most definitely. It's got to be so flattering. Did that make it easier then when you were getting into the characters, knowing that they were based on you, or did that make it more difficult that you had to put that distance between you and the characters that you were portraying?
Well, the character's not based on it. I mean, he wrote the script with us,
playing those,
But
a lot of the characteristics I felt were similar, but of course, we're from the Caribbean. We had the accent and, so that, and the fact that we are an estranged couple.
In the movie.
In the movie. Not in real life.
I don't think there could be a less estranged couple than both of you. I really don't, because you're both so lovely. The interviews that we watch with you and the things that we see you with, you're a really good couple to always watch. And you talked about being in the Caribbean as well. I mean, what a place to shoot. That island looked absolutely beautiful. How long were you there for? And had you been there before, or what was it like being there?
Oh, this was our first time there,
and we were there for a little over a month.
Mm-hmm.
So it was the ultimate workation.
Yeah.
Oh, I should think so. And one of the many things I love about both of you, and I'm watching you in movies, is, of course, you've got the martial arts. You've got the action side of it, which you can both do very, very well. I was going to say easily, because there's a lot of work, of course, that goes into being able to make it look that easy. But you also both can really sell the emotional side, and this comes through in the characters as well. And you have emotional scenes together as well. Which do you find one particularly more difficult than the other? Especially, as a real life couple, and you've got to get into those emotions in scenes together. What's it like with those? Is that difficult to do those and the action too?
It's not difficult for me. I love working with my husband, and when I go into a character, that's what I'm going to pull up. It's whether it's emotional side or the action tough side, it's not a problem for me. We work together so well.
Mm-hmm.
It just comes very natural.
Yeah, I mean, for decades, I mean, when she's preparing for anything, auditions, or I'm preparing, we are each other's coaches.
Yeah, we're helping each other.
Yeah, so it's just very normal to work together that way. So it's not very difficult.
Oh, that's good. And the action scenes as well. I love the fighting in all of these, and it's one thing I really love about them is I can't put it any other way. The bone breaking fighting scenes, they're very visceral. It's like you're watching them, and I've seen lots of films and lots of fights, but I'm watching the fights in this and wincing. And I'm not even the one that's on the end of what you two are they're dealing out as well. As far as the choreography goes for these fights, what input do you have into those? Is that fully onto you? Do you work with people? How long does it take to put these fights together? Because there's fights in this that I was so impressed by, and I was going back and watching them again and going, that looks so real.
Well, yeah, Ron Balicki, a very highly regarded martial artist and choreographer. He did the choreography there, and we worked together. And it's like he has Filipino style of martial arts, and then I bring my particular kind of fusion to it. So it's always a collaboration. Mm-hmm. And see, I enjoy very realistic type of. Personally, I want to make anything I do close to reality. Mm-hmm. And since I've been doing fighting and actual techniques for a very long time, I try to fuse the realistic fight things in the choreography. So it's always a collaborative effort, and if you can move like a fighter, well that can't be hidden. Some things is very hard to fake. So I enjoy the process.
Oh, and I enjoy watching it, as do millions of other people too. What is, for both of you, what is the most difficult part about the fight scenes themselves?
Oh boy. I don't really find it difficult. It's exciting to me.
Yeah. We play like this.
Yeah, we go to the gym a few times during the week, and we're in the gym doing the same exact thing, sparring with each other. So it's so much fun. I think I accidentally hit one of the stunt guys in the movie, but it was late and it was like 2:00, 3:00. We were doing take after take after take, and one of my punches just kind of clocked him right here. And I was like, oh my God. And he said, it was so funny. I thought I really hurt him because everyone was like, oh, and he went, oh my God, I've been hit by Gillian White. He said, I get to go home and tell everybody I was hit by Gillian White. So it was pretty funny, but yeah.
See,
it wasn't, I felt so bad.
When I first started training her, I never trained her for stage and film combat. I trained her to like destroy people. And so there's been like over the years, I've had to like kind of, wean her off of destroying, because she hits really hard, but that's my fault because I made her like, I equipped her for the streets. And so, she didn't know how tough her teacher was. I was really rough. I didn't handle her with kid gloves at all. So, even when friends would hold the pads for her, they're like, oh my God, she hits like, like a 200-pound man. I'm like, yeah, on purpose. So, unfortunately, one of those punches slipped out on set.
Just one. And we did a lot of punches, just one.
I'm so pleased he was pleased to have taken a punch from you as well. That's something that
we joked about it the rest of the film.
How often do you train then to keep in shape for the movies that you're in? What's sort of your training schedule like from day to day?
Well, there's day to day, but then there's, if we got something that we're getting ready for, then we may kind of amp up the training, depending on what it is. So that, like this last movie, Trouble Man, that we just completed about a month and a half or 2 months ago. That movie, I trained, so I came in about 15 pounds lighter than I usually am, because I didn't want to look like such a brute, So so that training was different.
That's it, and I presume as well as all the training that goes with it, it's the diet constantly as well to keep up with. You've got to be so focused all the time, I should imagine.
Yeah, but it's easy to keep focused when you remember where you came from. And when you just dreamed for problems like this, you know? So when I think about, when I think of myself 20 years ago and the problems I had and the opportunity that I have now, it makes things pretty easy. I get out there and I get my butt in the gym and I do things I'm supposed to.
Good problems to have.
That is a good problem, and it's good motivation too, isn't it? To keep doing what you're doing. You say you've just completed another movie as well. What's your schedule looking like for 2024?
Well, we have Trouble Man will be coming out in the fall. We're on a TV show together called Kingdom Business, and we're definitely hoping the second season just completed, so we're hoping for season 3 to go back to that. Exactly. But we have some good things, just on the plate. We're going to be doing a romantic comedy together. So it's going to be some fun stuff.
That all sounds good. It sounds like another exciting year ahead. I'm just looking at the time. I could talk to you guys for ages, and I don't want to make you late because I know you've got a busy schedule promoting The Island, which I would encourage everybody to go and watch as well. So I'll just take a moment. Gillian, again, thank you. It's always a pleasure. Hopefully I get a chance to have a chat with you again. Same goes for you, Michael. And just before we disappear, I have to take just a second to thank you personally, Michael, because for many years now, if ever I'm feeling down, a little bit sad about something and I want cheering up, my go-to movie is Black Dynamite, which always, without fail, makes me laugh hysterically and cheers me up immensely. So thank you. And from my the same goes for my family too. It's a staple if we want cheering up. So thank you so much for Black Dynamite.
Thank you.
Great.
Thank you.
That's great.
I appreciate that.
All right. Thanks, guys. Thank you again. And you're always welcome on the show. And please come to Wales. At any point, you're always welcome here in Wales.
We'd love to one day.
Yes, we would.
All right.
Bye.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye.